So, let's talk about the world of Remnant. Um, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the Ospen silhouette right at the end there. Turn a man into something much more. what is what is the meaning behind this? What is Ospen? Turn a man into something much more. You know, I gotta put this in a really big red flashy post-it note on my lookout for this department because so far up until this point we've known that everything in Ruby has a purpose, has a reason, and the hints are there. We just have to work and find the information that we're missing. But anyway, that completely solidifies the little bit that I knew and clears whatever uncertainty might have been there somewhere. Um, so aura is in all living creatures, and it's a manifestation of the soul. All right. So it protects. Its main purpose is protection, and would protect users from what normally would be a fatal blow. But I remember, I remember from one of the early episodes when Pyrrha is talking about Aura, um, Ren is fighting the two giant snakes. I think they are the King something. I forgot their name. King Boa. Don't remember. Um, but when he's fighting the two snakes, if I remember correctly, or maybe or is it John? I think it's John. No, I'm sorry. It was John. John got hit in the face by a branch, and he had a small scratch, and then it heals when his aura is activated by Pyrrha. So I'm guessing it also has some sort of healing property to a certain extent, and it also has projection of the aura in a tangible form, which is semblance. Each semblance is unique. I'm guessing nobody in the world has a similar semblance, or semblances get repeated if that's the case. Or maybe they are very similar, but they might have some sort of minor difference here and there. Like for example, I don't know, let's take Ruby. She can be super fast, and that's her semblance, just pew and pew and supersonic speed when going. But maybe there's somebody else that can have something similar. They're very fast, but while they're going, maybe they phase out and they can go through walls, or maybe I'm not sure. Maybe they turn into mist or something. I'm not exactly sure. I'm bending the rules of physics here, trying to accommodate possibilities. Since every semblance is unique, I'm guessing that they could be extremely similar, but they're not going to be exact replicas. Maybe one of them, they come very similar, but when inspected upon closely, there's minor differences in this one that this one doesn't have, or whatever the case may be. Um, so every living thing has aura, and the difference between commoners and elite warriors is the fact that they can manipulate their aura, they can control it, they can amplify it, they can use it for different things, for example, activating semblances. So there is a chance that even Sway, the dog, he might have a semblance, but we go to the department of reason. Um, a dog knows, but a dog doesn't know that he knows. With that being said, he's not self-aware. He knows things, like he can hear the door open, Ruby's here, or he can see and know that those are bad guys, but he doesn't know that he knows these things. And maybe because of that, he is not able to manifest and project his semblance. But he definitely has aura, because I don't believe any dog can survive uh, a rocket blow from Doctor Professor Oobleck, and so that's interesting. Now I wanted to talk about Penny. Penny is, I need to remember. I'm going through my memory files. I'm sorry. Bear with me. These moments of silence is just me compiling and analyzing the information that I'm going through in my mind, so that I can start talking of what I want to get at with accuracy. So that I don't just start saying like, well, Penny, she has this, and when it's not true. I'm trying to remember the dialogue and the conversations in the episode. Um, I'm not a real girl. I am the first artificial being able to generate aura. I'm almost certain that's what she said. She is a being that is able to generate, an artificial being that is able to generate aura. Now, with that being said, that means that she is a living being, and chances are she has a consciousness, reason to some sort, and because of that, she is able to project or generate aura. Or maybe there is some sort of darker, mysterious, obscure department in which they are trying to generate artificial form of aura, and maybe she was misinformed and said like, oh, you can generate aura. I don't want to go there just yet, but it is a possibility. Considering how advanced technology is at this point, they have mechs, they have flying ships that apparently just stay in the air for very long times without the need to refuel. Um, Reason I say this is because the ships, when they came to Beacon, I'm pretty sure Beacon doesn't have these large ship refueling stations. I'm pretty sure Beacon is just an academy, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do have some sort of refueling station and they fly away, refuel, come back. or maybe they have discovered ways to manipulate gravity since it's a form of energy. And considering everything that's going on in this series so far, we don't know the exact science details as to how things go. But going back to Penny, we still don't have full details on the specifics. But best thing to believe, maybe she is a consciousness, a manifestation of soul comprised of logic circuitry and nuts and bolts. But like Ruby says, just because you don't have squishy guts doesn't mean you're not a real girl. You're real to me. And I am going to go with that department. I really like Penny, and I'm not being biased, but it is possible for artificial creation, mechanical creation, to develop consciousness, self awareness, and eventually know that they know. And in my opinion, I believe this is what creates a soul. The fact that you know, and you become aware. You know things. You're not just a presence. You're not just a living creature. You are a living being because you are aware that you are in a living realm, and I'm going into dimensional talk now. Real I'll try to explain what I'm trying to say is your first dimension is basically the dot, right? Your second dimension is basically your line that's on a flat plane. You can move left, right, up, or down, and you can trace lines now because you are able to put a lot of dots in sequence and you create lines. That's your second dimension. Um, so beings from the first dimension, when they look at the second dimension being, which is the line, they would only see them as a dot because they can only see a dot. The second dimension being can see the first dimension beings as what they are, a dot. Now we go on from the second dimension being, which is able to create objects that are flat. We can move on to the third dimension being, which is what we are. We are three-dimensional beings that perceive the world in second dimension. Wow, I'm really going off topic here, but I don't know if you're interested in all this information, but I'll continue along. So, third dimension beings, which is what we are three-dimensional beings because we have volume. We're not just a flat object, we're an object that have volume. But we perceive the world in two dimensions. What I mean by this, even though, let's say, for example, tape. Even though you see this tape, you're only perceiving it in two dimensions, as if it was a flat object. Even if I rotate it and give you the perspective of volume, you're still seeing it as a flat object. You are not able to see it completely, all of it at the same time, because we are only allowed to perceive things in two dimensions. Um, So we are cubes, thinking about shapes. We are cubes, looking at lines. And we can draw the lines to make it look three-dimensional, but it's not. It'll always be a cube. Now, I'm not going to go into the other department because then we go into crazy time theories and things like that. And this is not the point of this. The point of this is that Penny is a third dimension being. Oh, by the way, this is where 2D, 3D comes from. Second dimension, third dimension, you know. But 3D movies, movies that make you try to perceive things coming at you from the screen, you know. That's the point of these definitions. But sorry, going back to Penny. Penny is a third dimensional being, and chances are that she is aware that she is a third dimensional being. And by that, she generates her aura. I don't remember if she's projected her semblance yet, but at least she has an aura. So maybe Penny is like. Maybe Penny is like Swy. She knows, but maybe she doesn't know that she knows. No, because she knows that she's not a real girl. But oh man, this will take more than a cup of coffee in the morning to debate. I don't want to go there, but it seems that things are aiming into the department of artificial aura. I just can't find. I'm looking. I'm really looking because I like Penny and I want her to have all these things. But I'm trying to be objective. I am looking so hard. I'm searching all my memory and I'm just trying to see. She has blades that she can throw, and they're suspended in the air. They're attached with wires. She throws the blades. But she never grabs the wires unless she's doing something like pulling down that airship. She uses her hands to throw the blades. The blades come out. How are the blades suspended? Is it telekinesis? Kind of like that Glenda woman? I'm kidding. Glenda's cool. I used to call her that. Does she use a form of telekinesis to manipulate her blades? Because if that's the case, if that is her semblance, then she has consciousness and she is bona fide a real girl that has a soul. And her aura that's generated is not fake, is not artificial. Her body may be artificial, but the consciousness, the awareness of being, the the knowing that she knows is real. And maybe that's all it takes to be able to project your semblance. You have aura, and maybe the difference between a commoner and an elite warrior is the ability to amplify and project it. You don't need consciousness to do that. You can do that by training, just like if you're a dog. I'm thinking about swine now. Um, teach a dog a trick, and they'll get better at it. And the more you train with the dog, the better at the trick they'll get. With that being said, both of Ruby's parent and Yang's parents were huntsmen. The dog is a family dog, and if everybody in the family is a huntsman and you have a pet, chances are you might train your pet to do things with you. To the point where the pet becomes really strong by slowly teaching it how to amplify the aura. And I don't know the mechanics involved in being able to do this, but it is possible. Dogs normally don't walk on two legs, but we've seen dogs do tricks and they stand up and they walk on the tightrope or whatever the case may be. And you achieve this by doing things that dogs don't normally do and teaching them and giving them a treat or giving them praise and having them learn this behavior, this knowledge. So I'm not exactly sure how it's done, but maybe by visual representation, and by maybe I don't want to be brutal here, but maybe they slap Ein, and if it hurts, no Ein, bad, and then slap him again, it hurts, ow, no Ein, bad, and then they slap somebody in front of the dog, and they project aura. The dog sees the aura projection, and he's like, okay, I gotta, and I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of things here, with limited knowledge. But it's possible that Ein, that's that's Cowboy Bebop. Sorry, Swai, uh, was trained and and built to have aura projected all the time. And when he wakes up, and he's just a supercharged dog, and he goes hunting trips with the dad, with the mom. Um, so so he's a battle dog, and but he doesn't have a semblance because he doesn't know that he knows. We go back to Penny. She can generate her aura, and I'm guessing her semblance is a form of blade manipulation where she uses her blades to just or she uses her semblance, I'm sorry, to control her blades. But this is based with the little information that I have, this is the best I can come up with up until this point for Penny. Now, World of Remnant, Aura, I think it was the fourth one. There's no more doubt. Everything has been stated for what it is, how it works, what it's used for, and you use your aura to activate somebody else's aura, like Pyrrha did. John didn't know because he wasn't trained. He didn't go to battle high school or whatever. He forged his papers to go into Beacon, and Pyrrha used her aura to activate John's. So why can't somebody else activate Swai's? They're like, Swai, you're gonna feel something funny. That funny feeling is gonna be your aura activating. I'll activate it again. You feel that? That you have to use that to stop the hurt. This is hurt. Oh man, the possibilities are so endless now that I thought about that. The aura generated by whoever can activate somebody else's aura, and that makes sense now. So maybe they activated Penny's as well. Somebody activated the aura, the consciousness felt what it was, harnessed it, and started projecting their own. And eventually, because they have consciousness, they can project the semblance, which is the blade manipulation. Or maybe I might be all mistaken, and it's a transmission of the aura and uses the aura reference as a way to locate in time and space. And you know why people say time and space? Because space is third dimension and time is the fourth dimension. But we're not gonna go there. Sorry, I like these topics. um. Anyway, these are my thoughts. I don't have anything solid yet. I don't have anything to go off by. I don't have concrete determining anything. These are just all bits and pieces scattered along, and I'm trying to put them together as best as I can. And so that's that for now. I'll leave these thoughts here. If more come along the way, more information, and I'm like, aha, epiphany moments, I will go ahead and definitely comment on that. But what was supposed to be a short video has turned out to be what time is it now? 33 minutes. So I think I should I should cut it off for now. But thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate all your support for everything that you do. And I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the comments. I love your comments. I love replying to your comments. So comment away. Let me know what your thoughts are. No spoilers, because if you post a comment, I have a channel moderator. He has access to the account. He's gonna come in. He's gonna tell you like, "Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here!" And then he'll delete your comment, and I'll never see it. So if you're like, hey, you have this really beautiful paragraph, and then you say in the end, oh, by the way, Ruby's a boy. I don't know. Or that's the best I could come up with for spoilers. And and you put that there in the comment, and the moderator is like, what? He'll just tell you you're wrong, and just your comment will vanish forever, and I'll never see it. So do comment, do share your thoughts with no spoilers. Say hi. I'll reply back. And thank you. I really appreciate everything that you guys do. So thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate your support. And that's it for now. Take care. The next video should be coming up very soon. Today is going to be a recording day, because I got a lot of catching up to do. But for real, this time for real. Seriously, here we go. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate everything, and Until next time, take care. Bye bye.
ふわふわふわふわふわふわりくるくるくるくるくるくる回るのふわふわふよふよふわふわりうるるくるくるふわふわ飛び出したのおやおやふよふよふえる頭ふよふよふわふわり飛び出すよふよふよふわふわふわふえる頭ふわふわふわわふわ飛び出すよふわりふわりふわわ